Hi, my name is Nick Burnham and I'm here for Motorboat and Yachting today in Weymouth aboard a Fairline Targa 62. Now when this boat launched in 2003, this was the flagship Targa, a really big, impressive med-style cruiser. Big sunbeds out the back here of course, and there's a tender garage underneath here that you can keep a rib in. But despite the med styling, a few of these boats did find their way into Northern Europe. There's a couple in the UK and one or two in Scandinavia, and with a drop of rain in the air, I'll head inside and show you why. Now what Fairline were able to do with this boat is create this internal area here. It's still very much the cockpit. You've got teak on the floor, you've got your wet bar in the corner and plenty of social seating. But you've got this doorway just here which slides across, which means you can enclose this. There's also a massive sliding roof area at the front. Now that works fantastically in the med, of course. It means that when it's really hot you can air condition this area and keep it cool while still feeling like you're on the outside of the boat. But also in the UK on a day like today, we can drop this door across, slide the roof shut, and suddenly we've enclosed this area and made it all a lot more clement. Now having said that it started raining, of course it's done that typically British summer thing, even though it's December and stopped. In fact, I think the sun's about to come out. So I'll leave the roof open a little bit longer and I can show you one of the areas that I particularly like on this boat at the front of the upper deck, and that is this area just here. It's a nice seating area. There's a table that pops up. It's a great area to have a bit of breakfast in the morning or a nice snug of an evening to sit around and have a drink. But also it puts two forward-facing seats alongside the double helm, which means that when you're cruising, 4 people can sit up here all together, have a chat, see out the front, and it's just a really nice place to be when you're underway. But of course where you really want to be underway is here at the helm and these lovely Recaro style helm seats. Because this is a proper driver's boat, it's got quite a narrow hull compared to its contemporaries and it really goes through the water well. Fairline fitted this boat with Caterpillar C18 engines or MAN in either 1050 or 1100. About half got the cats and half got the MANs. And with the biggest engines she's topping out at 35 knots, which means you've got genuine 30 knot cruising potential. It's a really fast, long-legged boat. Now around the time that this boat was in production, a lot of manufacturers were bringing out deck saloon sports cruisers, so all your living space was up on the upper deck and down here on the lower deck was just cabins and galley. This boat is unashamedly old school, so you've got the big saloon area down here on the lower deck with this fantastic sweeper seating that runs around on the port side, a decent galley opposite with a dishwasher and a full height fridge freezer. And the detailing down here as well is lovely. So for example, you've got this very high gloss cherry wood that sets off the leather beautifully. Most of these got the cherry wood, 1 or 2 got maple, but the majority you'll find with this finish. And details like the handrail that runs around the ceiling as you come down the stairs and the concealed lighting that runs through the whole boat just work really, really well. But don't think because you've got this living area in the middle of the boat you're running short of sleeping space, because you're not. There's a great sized VIP cabin at the front of the boat and that has ensuite access to the day heads, which is also of course up that end. There's also a third cabin with bunk beds in, decent sized beds, they're fine for a couple of adults, and you've even got the full width master cabin. Now it's a little shorter than you'd have on a contemporary boat like a Princess V65 because of getting this saloon area in. So what they've done is they've offset the bed slightly, but it's still a great sized bed, and you've also got a settee in there and masses of storage. It works really, really well. In fact the whole boat hangs together very well. It's a very nice layout and it worked very well for Fairline. They sold 33 of these up until 2007. And if you're in the market for a 60 foot plus sports cruiser, these certainly are well worth taking a look at.